when you are imagining your desire, when your thoughts about what you want start arising in your mind, does it ever feel like you are in competition? Not necessarily competition with another person, especially say where an SP is concerned, that you're feeling you're competing with a 3P, but being in competition with yourself, that you have to be on your A game 24/7, and it is wearing you out. It is exhausting you emotionally. It's because so much of the time in attempting to be a more conscious manifester, or noticing the primary direction that your thoughts are moving in and worrying about, are you thinking the right thoughts? Are you in alignment with your desire? That it's like you are constantly trying to have the right answer all the time. Now, the right answers that I'm talking about here are the kind that the little mind, the little m mind, comes up with. But that mind can only respond in a limited way. A limited way relative to the current situation you believe yourself to be stuck in, that you actually are holding yourself captive in. And that is still relating to having the right answer, like getting an A on a term paper. And it's wanting to have the right answer come up in everything you do in relation to what you want to bring to fulfillment in your reality, that you're doing it for some external approval. It could be approval from friends or family, approval from a social group, approval from colleagues. It's wanting to be noticed and recognized. And Neville Goddard did use that at one time with his Isn't It Wonderful technique, that where you're projecting into the future and you're imagining yourself being complimented or congratulated on the desire that came through, like the promotion and the raise or the new car or the fantastic house or whatever it is, that, or your pending marriage. Anything like that, that people are celebrating with you or congratulating you. And that was, yes, part of his technique. But when you start growing beyond that, you still get caught up in the idea of always worrying about doing things right. And there's an old saying that I really love that goes, it's much better to just do the right thing than to be worried all the time about doing things right. And it's doing things right that causes us to fall into the perfectionist state of everything having to line up just so in order for something, the thing we want, to manifest, to come forth. Or that certain things have to happen before other things, and that's another way of making everything having to be perfect. But that kind of perfectionism is also another form of stalling, of procrastination, because it takes longer and longer and longer for everything to get set up perfectly. And this is also part of the syndrome of trying to have the right answer all the time. And let's get crystal clear here. There is no outside external pass fail. There is no one grading your papers or sitting across from you giving you a performance review on your manifesting. And when you let go of that limited idea of yourself, you are coming from your true, authentic self. And this is the big M mind, the inner authority. And it's like, when you go in a store, there's usually a sign when you go to the back of a store, or sometimes at the back of a restaurant. Maybe you're on your way to use the restroom or whatever, and you usually pass the door. Sometimes they let you go through it, and it says authorized personnel only on the door. But that authorized personnel, that's you. That's all you. That door is your heart space. If we think of it in larger terms in relation to your path as a conscious manifester, as the I am awareness, that's all you, the ultimate authorized personnel. That is your heart space. That door opens from the heart into the consciousness, sometimes called the one mind, but it is pure consciousness. It's really like your inner SIRI. Asking, she answered me, right? It's okay. Ask your inner SIRI what you most want. And the answer that comes back will surprise you or even shock you. It's not what the little m mind is even beginning to get a handle on. It is what the big M mind already knows. And it will lift you beyond the competing, limited, controlling, fearful little m mind into the powerful, beyond all measure, knowing. And that's you. Love you, boo. See you next time.